Hi guys, it's Xenia. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I have a perfume haul. I feel like it's been a little minute, or maybe it hasn't. I don't know how long it's actually been since my last perfume haul. I do them very often and then I'll stop and then they start back up again. So I feel like this is gonna be the start of many perfume hauls to come because I've definitely been shopping and just discovering so many new perfumes. So today I have some amazing perfumes to share in this video. I also have some perfumes in here that you may have seen in previous videos or that I've done dedicated reviews to. And in this video, I'm just gonna kind of give a little update of how I'm liking them, if I'm liking them. This for once is not gonna be a super long intro video. So with all that being said, before we get into it, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and let's get started. Perfume number one, I'm so excited about. I don't know why it took me so long to buy this perfume because this perfume is right up my alley. This is by Van Cleef & Arpels. This is called Orchid Vine. I actually found out about this from this Vogue video that I saw. It was of Bruna Marquezine. She's a Brazilian actress, and in that video she shared her perfume like combo, and it was this mixed with Molecule 01, and that got me intrigued because when I saw Orchid Vine, I was like, that sounds really good. And then having Molecule 01, I was like, I can only imagine how good that smells. And then I started looking into this perfume and I looked up the notes and I'm like, how has this perfume not been in my collection already? Because it sounds so delicious. So this has kind of like a lineup of notes. It doesn't have a top, middle, and base kind of configuration of notes. So in here we have vanilla, dark chocolate, vanilla orchid, tonka bean, bitter almond, mandarin orange, violet, white musk, cedar, lychee, and Bulgarian rose. Really beautiful notes. Obviously the vanilla and dark chocolate combo kind of got me immediately. I'm also a really big fan of violet. I think it's a really beautiful, powdery, warm kind of floral. And then the cedar, the tonka bean, the almond. Honestly, just really great notes. And I mean, it's called Orchid Vine. I know I'm probably butchering that, but above all else, I just wanted and was hoping that this would be a delicious vanilla scent. And I'm happy to report that's exactly what it is. This is a true vanilla, or at least it opens up like a true vanilla. Then as it kind of dries down, you get a little bit of those florals and it gets to be a little bit more of a complex vanilla. But the heart of this perfume, the base, above all else, what you're gonna smell is a beautiful, creamy, almost like vanilla ice cream type of vanilla. This is delicious, so freaking good. And now having this and also having Molecule 01, I'm so excited to mix the two. Actually, Molecule 01 is also in this video, but I'm so excited to mix the two because Molecule 01 is gonna just enhance this perfume even more. And that sounds amazing. It's just a very warm, almost comforting, soothing type of vanilla. It is gourmand without being totally like cakey. It has those perfumey touches in it. It makes it smell a little bit more complex. It doesn't smell like a basic vanilla. If you love vanilla, all I could tell you is I think you would love Orchid Vine. And I always thought that Van Cleef & Arpels was like a really high-end niche brand, and I mean, I think they are still. But I was actually able to buy this perfume for like under $150, which is definitely a lot. I'm not saying this is a cheapie by any means, but for this house, I actually think it's a pretty fair price, and it smells freaking beautiful. And then speaking of Molecule 01, I'm gonna kind of give a little update on this one because I did make a dedicated review on this, and I've also been including it in a bunch of videos. But Molecule 01 is one of the best perfumes I think I've ever smelled. Not even just mixing wise, because that was a big reason why I bought it, yes, because this perfume has only one note, and it's ISOE Super. And that note is a very unique note that enhances your skin chemistry. This is pretty much supposed to be a skin scent, but it's actually a very strong skin scent that lingers on and on and on. It has really great longevity. But above all else, ISOE Super is known as a booster note. So if you add this on to quite literally any perfume, this is one perfume that you can mix with anything. You don't have to think about this perfume and, oh, what perfume can I pair this up with so that it smells good but it doesn't counteract the other perfume and it smells too much. You don't have to go through any of that thought process when it comes to this one, because this is one perfume you can mix with anything you have, whether it's the sweetest of the sweetest to the freshest to everything else in between. It doesn't really matter. This perfume just works with everything, and it will enhance any perfume you put on top of it. And like I said, I saw that video of Bruna mixing that perfume with Molecule 01, and since I have that on me, I'm gonna just throw this on top of it and see what we get. Okay, doing that was definitely a mistake because having this on top, I feel like kind of overpowered that vanilla. So I think when I do mix these, I'm gonna do a nice even coat of Molecular One kind of everywhere and then go with this on top just to kind of enhance it. I wouldn't go with this on top, if that makes sense, because I feel like this kind of like overshadows the other fragrance. But it does smell really good. But I would definitely swap the order of which I would put these on. But anyways, this perfume I'm still loving. This perfume is here to stay in my collection. It's become one of my all-time favorites, and not even just with mixing, but I love how this perfume smells on my bare skin. It's so good. It's like this aromatic, woody kind of scent. Quite literally indescribable, but it's a very beautiful woody skin scent that I actually find very sexy. So I really love that one. These next perfumes were actually sent to me by M. Micallef, which thank you so much to them. I was not told to make a video. They just wanted to send me some perfumes. This video is not sponsored. They didn't tell me that I had to make a video or nothing. They just wanted to gift me these fragrances, which was so sweet. I have to add how beautiful the packaging was when I received these. Not only just the packaging itself, but they had gift wrapped each individual perfume, and it came with this handwritten letter with a really sweet note in it. So thank you so much to them for sending these perfumes over. I'm talking about them in this video because I mean both are amazing, but this one, for my vanilla lovers out there, this may just be one of my new favorite vanillas. I had to make like an updated all-time favorite vanilla kind of fragrances video because I know we all love vanilla on here. And this will be in it because I think this has quickly made its way into probably my top 5 vanilla perfumes. It is so good, and I haven't even told you guys the name. This is called Note Vene. The bottle, first of all, is really gorgeous. I mean, it is a niche perfume. So this perfume has top notes of mandarin orange, citruses, middle notes of floral notes, jasmine, and base notes of vanilla, rum, cognac, amber, and sandalwood. So as you can see, there's actually a lot of boozy notes in here, but at its core, the heart of this perfume is a woody sort of vanilla. This vanilla actually reminds me a lot of Vanilla 28 by Kayali, but it's definitely like the more high-end, big, sexy sister to Vanilla 28, if that makes any sense. Feels like that same sort of really deep, sugary, sexy vanilla that's in Vanilla 28, but just heightened in a way. It's more boozy. It just brings more seductive vibes to it. This just takes it up a notch, and it smells so good. Since we're talking about vanilla, I'm gonna quickly compare it to this vanilla. Orchid Vine does feel more true gourmand-ish to me because the vanilla in here is more done in a vanilla ice cream kind of way. So not saying that it's more juvenile, but it is a little bit more like literal, if that makes sense. Whereas the vanilla in Note Vene is what you're gonna want to pull for those date nights where you're trying to be really sexy, but you still want that aphrodisiac like vanilla kind of scent, because you know everybody loves vanilla, or at least most people love vanilla. This is vanilla with booziness. I mean, we have rum and cognac, which is very much here, but the way they're playing up with that vanilla just makes that vanilla darker, mysterious. I cannot compare it too much to Orchid Vine because they're totally different vibes, but they are both two beautiful vanilla scents. Definitely stay tuned for an upcoming vanilla perfume recommendations, because at this point I have a lot of vanilla perfumes in my collection. I would say more than half of my perfumes are vanilla oriented, but all very different. It's crazy how many perfumes out there have prominent vanillas and are overall vanilla perfumes, but they all somehow smell different. I don't know how they do it, but I'm glad they do, because I would have like a million variations of vanilla if I could in my collection. This next perfume I actually just recently talked about in my spring perfume recommendations video that I did. First of all, this bottle is gorgeous. Just holding it in my hand, it feels like I'm holding a piece of artwork. It has this beautiful embossing on the bottle. This is called Eau Feminine by M. Micallef, and this smells like $1,000,000. This perfume has top notes of petit grain, mandarin orange, bergamot, lemon, and pink pepper, middle notes of jasmine, neroli, rose, and base notes of orange blossom, vanilla, patchouli, musk, and sandalwood. Just like this Note Vene perfume smells like the big sister, sexier sister of Vanilla 28 to me, this perfume also gives me that vibe, but to a completely different perfume. This is the big sister, sexy, more mature sister to Alien by Thierry Mugler. Now, I already find Alien super, super sexy, but this again takes it up a notch. It has a heavy similarity to Alien because of the way the jasmine is done in here. The jasmine in both these perfumes is pretty much the same, but there is variations. When it comes to this one, this is way more white floral oriented. All the white florals in here are really good, and the jasmine in combination with the neroli and the orange blossom are all here. This smells very, very spring. It smells like you're walking in a field of freshly blooming flowers. It's so gorgeous in that way, and it definitely opens up that way where it's just ultra floral, and definitely the opening is all about those florals, specifically those three that I just mentioned. But the base of this perfume is where it gets deep. It's where that vanilla sort of comes in. Not saying this is a vanilla perfume because it's definitely not, but it does bring in a sweetness. It just kind of rounds it out more. And in combo with the sandalwood in here, it gives it that sexy woodiness that I love. Another weird thing, when this opens up, it almost reminds me low-key of light blue, which is so odd, but just the opening reminds me of it. I think it's just because it has that orange, the bergamot, the lemon. It's very, very zesty when it opens up in a really delicious way that kind of reminds me of not really even light blue. I would say almost that Moschino I Love Love perfume, which is also this very zesty, orangey kind of scent. It does open up that way, but I'm only mentioning that very briefly because it doesn't smell like that perfume at all. Overall, it just kind of opens up that way. But definitely my favorite part of this is the dry down. Once that vanilla comes in, it's game over. This is a really gorgeous scent that I could see definitely for the springtime, for the summertime, honestly all year round pretty much. And then the last perfume I have here, I realized I've talked about this in previous videos, but I've never actually included it in a haul, so I thought it was about time to actually talk about this. This perfume I actually got for Christmas, or like right before Christmas, so it's been a few months that I've had this in my collection, but I just haven't actually hauled it. I don't know why. It's just been in my little haul drawer. This is by Sicily. This is called Le Rêve d'Elia. I actually discovered this perfume through a Scentbird sample. This video is not sponsored by any brand, but it's not sponsored by Scentbird. I'm only mentioning that because I worked with them in a previous video, and one of those samples that I got was this perfume, and I fell so in love with it. This perfume smells like Greece to me, and I know my regular viewers, you're probably sick and tired of me mentioning Greece on this channel, but I can't go without mentioning it when it comes to this perfume because this reminds me of Greece. It just smells like Greece in a bottle to me. I don't know what it is. I can't tell you. I don't know. It's just a feeling. It's a memory. It's nostalgic, and I think that's why I fell in love with it immediately. But even without that factor, which is definitely a big reason why I love this, even with that fact aside, this scent smells so good. When I tell you, this is exactly how musk and powdery scents should be done, because neither of those scents are overpowering in here. It's a perfect amount of both powdery and musky and clean, but sexy, floral, but not too floral. Just amazing. This has top notes of floral notes, bergamot, lemon, middle notes of jasmine, violet, tuberose, and base notes of ambrette, patchouli, and cedar. Once again, we have that violet, and I think above all else, above all the other notes, that is the main note that I smell in here. I love violet. As I already mentioned, violet is a powdery, warm floral that is just gorgeous to me, and that's kind of the main thing I smell in here. But this is also very zesty and bright and citrus-like because we do have bergamot and lemon. It smells like I just took the cleanest, most crisp everything shower, and I stepped out and this is what I smelled. The patchouli and the cedar in here are also stunning. The patchouli is very mild. I almost don't smell it. I do smell the cedar though, and I freaking love cedar. I think cedar is so sexy, and I smell that heavy in here in the best way, especially in combination with all the other notes I just mentioned. This is amazing. If you want to smell like Greece, get this Sicily perfume. That's all I could tell you. All right, and that concludes today's haul. I know these were more high-end perfumes, but don't worry, I have more affordable perfume videos to come. I've definitely picked up a lot of more affordable scents, and I have them all in my little perfume haul drawer just waiting to be made into videos. But I wanted to get this out first just because I'm loving these scents right now. And I know I've talked about some of these in previous videos, so I just wanted to include them in this haul and kind of give a little update on them. But that is it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!